Capitol Hill today, the House grilling the IRS commissioner about the slow process of handing over subpoenaed documents, including emails from former IRS official Lois Lerner. Listen.
Because she said, I've done nothing wrong, I've broken no IRS rules or regulations, and I have broken no laws. That is pretty broad, Mr. Commissioner.
It's clear that individuals acted on their politics, and we now have some, but only some, of the emails to prove it.
When you have people in positions of authority and responsibility that are expressing overtly political commentary on government email, I think we ought to be entitled to all of them, and that's why we ask for it.
When we say all, we want every single email in the time period in the subpoena that was sent to you. Plain and simple.
Republican Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan is a member of the House Oversight Committee. You saw him there. Congressman, good to see you. And so the IRS commissioner responded saying the amount of time it will take to look through and redact the private information from the documents you want could last years and certainly beyond the next election.
Megan, good to be with you, too. I mean, here's the issue. Lois Lerner won't talk to us. John Koskinen, the new IRS commissioner, won't give us the emails, even though we asked for him a year ago. We sent a subpoena 6 months ago. We sent a second subpoena last month. He still says, well, we're working on it. We're trying. We'll get there someday, maybe. We want every, as we said in the committee, what part of all don't you understand? Now, think about this. When this story broke a year ago, you know the IRS was combing through every piece of correspondence Lois Lerner ever sent. It's not like they haven't looked at this stuff. It's been almost a year. Get us the information. Again, how are the American people going to get to the truth? How are we going to find out what really happened here if Lois Lerner won't? It's interesting. She'll talk to the Justice Department, the people who could actually put her in jail. She won't talk to us. She'll talk to the Justice Department because that investigation is a sham, but she won't talk to us. And now we can't even get her emails? How are we supposed to get to the truth?
But here's what he seemed to be saying today. He said, look, we have devoted 250 employees and millions of doctors to 6 separate investigations. We've produced hundreds of thousands of pages of documents so far, and we at the IRS have to get down to managing, you know, the business of the IRS, and we can't devote all of our time to redacting these emails and sending them to you.
Megan, there are 2,400 employees in the chief counsel's office, the lawyer's office at the IRS. Put some of this lawyers on this full time. After all, think about this. Even the Democrats, some Democrats admitted to this. This is about First Amendment rights to political speech, free speech rights. This is as basic and fundamental, as important, of paramount importance as anything in the country. So put some lawyers on this, work round the clock, and get us the information so, more importantly, we can get the information and the truth to the American people.
What's going to happen now? Because already the Congress, your committee has threatened to hold Lois Lerner in contempt for not testifying and not producing documents. Now there was a suggestion by Chairman Issa that Koskinen may be held, the IRS commissioner may be held in contempt if he does not comply. Can't just say, oh, you'll get it in several years. So do you think it's likely that the committee would move forward with contempt, a push for contempt for either one of those?
Yes, Lois Lerner should be held in contempt. I believe we will move there. And if John Koskinen, as he testified today under oath in front of the committee, if he takes 2 to 3 years to get us Lois Lerner's emails, he should be held in contempt too. That is just unbelievable that he would say it's going to take that long. When we asked for these documents in May of last year, we subpoenaed them in August and sent a second subpoena last month.
It's the same old thing when the IRS wants documents from the average citizen, and you can't turn around and say, it's going to take me several years. I'm very busy. You've asked for quite a lot. Congressman Jordan, good to see you.
Good to be with you, Megan.
New developments tonight in the custody fight of a teenager in Massachusetts. For the first time, the judge